Well, hello once again, my beautiful water sign friends. So, Scorpios and Pisces, this is your August reading. Yesterday I started doing the water sign reading and I ended up having some technical difficulties. So, just the Cancer sign reading came out of that. So, anyway, that's just the way it is. I just let that one go and we're starting again today. So, this is for Scorpio and Pisces for August 2020. July was a really big month, guys. There was a lot of clarity that came from it. There was just a lot of revolutionary kind of aspects, I think, that really were drawn out individually in everybody's lives. You know, things that maybe had been haunting us for years and cycles maybe. There was just so much was brought forward. You know, we had the trio of lunar eclipses that ended in July. There's been so many planets in retrograde. Like it's July was a big month for coming forward and just kind of coming to clarity with life. So that's what we're kind of looking into, what we've come from, the clarity that has come and the energy that has kind of come out of July and the energy, what still is left to be done. What still is left to be done individually for us all going forward into August, okay? So there's going to be a reading for Scorpios, and then Pisces, you guys can head down to the description box and I will meet you at your reading, okay? All right, Scorpios, let's get into this again. So I was about 3/4 of the way through your reading yesterday. And then, then I got a phone call right in the middle of it, actually. And I thought I was on Do Not Disturb, but anyway, that's just that. So I was just like, you know what? My energy kind of was tainted off by just the frustration of it. And I thought, I'm just going to put cards back in and we will try again tomorrow. And tomorrow is today. So let's get started. So we're going to start with this energy oracle deck. And what we're pulling from this energy oracle deck actually is the energy that's really coming out of the changes of July, okay? What is coming forward from July? What is the energy here? Energy of July's change here, Spirit. The 6th chakra. Ooh, an attachment at the bottom. Look at that. How have we embraced this clarity? How has the Scorpio Spirit embraced the clarity coming from July? How does Scorpio embrace the clarity, Spirit, coming from July? Oh, wow, look at that. Working through your fears. Good job, guys. New moon in Scorpio. Oh, my goodness. Isn't that neat? Look at that. New moon in Scorpio and full moon in Scorpio. Wow, that's cool. That's never happened before. I've never seen that before. Your own moons. Wow. That's really neat. What still needs to be done to finish out or complete the healing? What actions must be done here? What actions must be done here to complete this healing? What actions must be done here, Spirit? Look at that. The flamingo and the swan, actually, both in reverse, which is the protection message of those cards. That's interesting, Scorpios. What is left to change? What is left to change here for the Scorpios, Spirit? What is left to change for the Scorpios here? Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect is on the bottom. And the Shaolin Master, be graceful. All right, let's get into this. Holy. Okay, guys. So the energy really coming from July's change here. You got the 6th chakra. And the 6th chakra is talking about your third eye. That's talking about your intuition and the guide, like the clarity of following your intuition, the clarity that really comes from almost that connection, right? Like the sixth chakra, there's 7 chakras. So the sixth chakra is, that is focusing on the clarity, but it's that connection to the divine. It's being able to really just trust your intuition. Attachment was on the bottom here. And walking away in reverse, look at that. Walking away in reverse. And then a man holding his heart, caring connections. These are all in reverse, holy smokes. Guys, I feel like almost there is kind of a situation here that you're strongly attached to. You're not able to walk away from it, but the man in reverse, this could either be talking about a man in your life or you as a masculine. This could be talking about you. Okay, and something's not really sitting right here. Either this man isn't really showing the love, the caring connection is also in reverse, or you yourself as a masculine are having a hard time. Maybe somebody's not accepting your love. Maybe your heart's just being broken through this right now, Or maybe you're having a hard time being able to find your self-love within this. The thinking man actually was after all of those. And the thinking man, look at this. He's focused, okay? He's focused on this crystal in his hand. There's the archways in the back. There's a new way forward here for him, yes. And that thinking man is focused on it. I feel like this energy of whatever this situation, it's going to be individual for all of us, or all of you. But I do feel like this intuition is definitely coming from some sort of attachment, from a relationship of some sort, romantic or family or friends or work or whatever it is, but there is some sort of attachment to not being able to walk away here. I mean, it's not necessarily the man holding his heart in reverse and the caring connections in reverse. To me, doesn't necessarily seem like something that's all that positive, absolutely not, but it's almost as though you found clarity through this or you're working on finding clarity through this. How you embrace the clarity of this change. The card you pulled here was the new moon in Scorpio. Crazy, right? But that says work through your fears. And then the card on the bottom of the deck here was the full moon in Scorpio. This is just blowing my mind that these two came out like this. And it's a time to release negative energy. And maybe for some of you, as that man holding, see this attachment? Okay, attachment is our inability to allow things just to be for what they are. Okay? And when we attach ourselves and we hold on really, really tightly to the things that we are afraid that we won't have if we don't hold them on to, well, then they're not ours, right? And I've said that a couple times, but you have to release your fears. And negative energy, that is fear, right? Negativity is fear. If you are afraid to be able to just let whatever this caring connection be, or let your heart, whatever that is, just be and be true, if you're afraid to be able to show yourself here, or you're afraid to walk away here, I get it, because that thinking man's there, and that thinking man is somebody who's really looking at it. It's almost as though, and I get that, okay, this caring connection to you could be that crystal in your hand. Okay, I get that. I can understand that. But in order for this connection to really be anything, if it's supposed to be something or if it's not supposed to be something, you have to release your hold on it. You have to release your binds to it. You must release the negativity, the fear of it, okay? What still needs to be done to finish out or complete the healing and the resolution here? You had the flamingo spirit and the swan spirit, both in reverse. So that's a protection message, and I'm actually going to read both of these. But the flamingo spirit is embrace the in-between. And then the swan spirit it's a time to dive deep. I'll show you them upright. Okay? But you pulled them both reverse. And the sandpiper actually was on the bottom there, and that's be playful. Okay, let's see here though. What does the flamingo have to say? What's the protection message here of the flamingo? If you are feeling nervous and wobbly, stop worrying about the past and future. Instead, be present in the moment, balancing. For now is the space in which creativity arises. Creativity is your birthright, but you But if you're moving too quickly in an attempt to avoid the discomfort of transition, you can blind yourself to the miraculous possibilities that are before you now, and those just coming into being. The past has its lessons and planning has its merits, but right now you may be imbalanced because you're becoming too nostalgic for what once was, or too anxious about what the future might hold. There is a time to plan carefully. For now, be still and know that Spirit is here co-creating with you in this moment. The next step will appear when it needs to appear. Relax in the state of balance so that any anxiety can transmute into trust and faith that all will be as it will be for the highest good. Well, isn't that interesting? And the swan. Oh, swan, where are you? It's way back here. Okay, protection message for the swan was, don't talk yourself into diving deep into something just because you see the potential of things instead of what they really are now. The necessary work and patience involved may not be the best use of your energy. Have you seen the potential in someone and think that if you love and support them, they will become the person who knows you love them beyond all others? Have you stepped into an opportunity that you know feels too good to be true and might not turn out the way you hope? Now is not the time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment. Instead, this is a time for going deep and being honest about what you find as you explore the depths. Have no fear, for whatever you find below will help you love and understand yourself and others and make better choices. Can you sense Swan Spirit calling you to dive deep and resurface to choose again? Well, isn't that interesting? And then Sandpiper, it's funny that you had 3 birds here, guys, but then the Sandpiper on the bottom, and that's to be playful. You know, and that's saying that not everything needs to be, not every challenge, not every situation that you face must be this serious, you know, negative kind of blah kind of thing. You know, you can bring the new life to it, right? Like, it doesn't need to be, life is not meant, even through the journeys, even through the hard times, life is not meant to be depressing or boring. Just be playful about it, you know, and especially if this is a caring connection that, you know, isn't something that you're just going to walk away from, but it's something that you need to understand. There needs to be a rebalance within it all, you know, because I say that a lot, and I often find that kind of tough in readings, because there's times in readings, you know, where I find a lot of new love comes up, you know, the opportunity to have new love, but not all relationships in life are ready to be walked away from. There are relationships in life that take, I mean, it's the necessity to like declutter, you know, not everything needs to be carried forward through the whole thing. Okay. All right. Be graceful in movement and action. And this is what is left to change. Okay. This is what is left to come to be. And it says here, actually, and then the mirror guardian at the bottom, look at this, take a time to reflect. Look at here. Look at how beautiful these cards are, for one. But look at, she's staring into this mirror, and in it is a galaxy. And that galaxy is everything that it has taken for her to get to where she is now. Okay? It's taken a lot to become who she is. So, the Shalom Master here. Slow and steady, breathe and flow, take a tender approach. You are being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? Can you slow down or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward? All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next. And isn't that just so beautiful? You know, and it's funny because the seer actually was behind the mirror guardian at the bottom here. And that's just like seeing beyond the current situation. And I get it. You know, I can understand that there are certain relationships and certain connections in our lives. And it doesn't have to be just romantic connections, guys, okay? It can be family connections. It can be work connections. It can be friends. But there are certain things we hold so tightly to, and we narrow-mindedly only see one way forward. It's just, it happens to all of us, you know, and it's the acknowledgement, I think, is where that is, working through your fear, right? Working through the fear of it. Working through the fear that what will be isn't going to be for you, or what will be will leave you destroyed, or, yeah, okay, it might hurt, you know? But what is for you, as long as you work towards your roads of highest intention, you know, and choose to make positive, mindsets, choose to actually set yourself onto the road of highest intentions, right? Then, then you usually end up fairly close to where your destined kind of path is taking you. All right, so this is the tarot. We're actually using the Light Seers deck today. Sorry, I kind of trailed off there. So we are going to be asking how you guys are loving yourself right now, and then how you are loving others. And then what really kind of needs to change? What could change within that, okay? How is a Scorpio loving themselves right now, Spirit? How is Scorpios loving themselves? Eight of Wands and Ace of Swords. Well, that's beautiful. How is the Scorpios loving themselves? Wow, this is beautiful. I really see that you guys kind of are having this almost like in a, things are just kind of changing here, right? Like something happened, a spark was set here, and whether that was a spark that kind of worked through some of this relationship connection or whatever that was. How are they loving others? I feel like almost it was like just that kind of spark that kind of set your mind and set kind of maybe new ideas, something different here. And for some of you, not so much. Okay? There is definitely what needs to change. Wow. I gotta move my things over here. I'm running out of room. A lot of the same cards actually came out oh my goodness. And yes, actually, this is exactly the same. The bottom of the deck yesterday when I pulled these cards for you was the Nine of Wands. It's beautiful that she came back out again. Because this is a cycle that you guys have really been working hard for. Okay, this is something that you've put a lot of time, a lot of patience. There's been a lot of growing. And whatever this relationship is to you, there has been a shit ton of fucking growing that has come from it. Okay, and it could be multiple relationships. It could be multiple connections, Scorpios, okay? You guys might just be having, that kind of attachment to certain things in your life right now where you're having a hard time finding yourself, like, July could have been that kind of clarity where you're like, oh my goodness, I'm just almost too attached to everybody here, right? But this was you coming to your self-acknowledgement, okay? This Nine of Wands was very much you acknowledging, look, I have my own part to play here. I have to, my staff is my staff and it's on fire because that's my light, right? How you're loving yourself right now. It was almost like this spark just kind of came in, and it set fire to this new idea. And the Ace of Swords is about clarity. The Ace of Swords is about almost like that aha moment that comes in and you're just like, okay, I can see that, okay? It's almost like it hit you. Something just kind of snapped and it hit you. And you realized, or you are in the process of realizing, how much abundance and beauty and worthiness you have here. Look at the sun here. This is acknowledging your beauty, your self-worth, your fulfillment, your personal happiness. Okay, this is accepting the life that you are living and enjoying it. Okay, this is releasing, right? Like this is just accepting it for what it is. Acknowledging that what I need is here. This is fulfillment. Okay? And look at this. The Six of Pentacles was behind that. The Six of Pentacles is about the energy you put out, right? The Six of Pentacles is talking about, okay, you need to release this negativity because if you are continuing to hold that negativity, that is the energy that you continue to produce. And that negativity will turn this whole line into something much darker. You must commit yourself to producing positive energy, no matter what the situation may be, no matter how attached or fearful you are of losing whatever it might be to you, okay? Release that. Acknowledge it with love. Acknowledge that what is to be for you is going to be for you, okay? And then pump that energy into the universe, okay? Allow yourself to manifest that. The Six of Pentacles is it's the law of attraction card, okay? What you put into the universe is what you will get back. And if you can acknowledge this fulfillment, if you can acknowledge that what is for you will be for you, you start really trusting, and that's the energy that you put out. You trust in that manifestation to co-create with spirit, okay? That's the energy you start producing. What needs to change within this love for yourself? There was this change of direction, followed by the Judgment, followed by the Star. This attachment that you have had, okay? Whatever this was to you in the past, these negativities and these fears that you have worked for, you must continue to commit yourself to the change. Look for the new option here. The way that it has been going is not the way that it needs to go, and you need to acknowledge that and then release it. Hand that over, okay? What it is holding for you isn't something that is going to be fulfilling to you. Releasing that is. And then the Star, the blessings card after. You see the direction of this attachment, these directions of this fear and this negativity that you're holding on to. It's not the road that you want to go down, Scorpios. There's a new light here. It's allowing, it's releasing and just allowing it to be what it is, releasing to the higher, releasing to the divine, trusting in the divine, knowing that what it is you pray for and what it is you wish for, you know, that your blessings will come to you in the way that they are in the way that they will serve you the best. Okay? A life of fulfillment. Okay? 7 of Cups was actually behind that. Was behind this. This was the lineup of 4. I don't know how I missed that when I picked them all up. That's kind of funny. Okay, so it would go like this so that you guys could see it. Oh, geez. Come on now, cards. Okay. There might be a lot of cups before you, and not all the cups are for you. Okay? But allowing yourself to trust in spirit, allowing yourself to just follow the guidance of your intuition, you know, follow the guidance of your third eye, follow that clarity, right? Trust in yourself here to go forward. Trust in yourself to acknowledge what it is that spirit's trying to say to you. You know, you will have an easier time figuring out whether or not this relationship or these connections are for you or not. Because not everything is for us, guys. You know, sometimes all of the cups before us, you know, there might only be 2 that have any sort of positive potential outcome to them, you know? And it's acknowledging that. It's acknowledging that when you just allow yourself to release that hold and that attachment and that fear, then you trust spirit. And through trusting spirit, your decision on which cup to take will ultimately become much more clear. How you're loving others. Queen of Wands. Page of Wands. 5 of Swords. And then the Tower. Don't let the Tower scare you. Towers have to happen. Okay? Tower moments are talking about crumblings. They are talking about, you know, the falling of structures of the old, right? Structures that have been. Yeah, they can talk about breakups. Yeah, they can talk about divorces and bad business contracts, family things. Yep. Yeah, the Tower moment can pretty much take any destructive moment, and that's a Tower moment. But the Tower moment can also take those moments where the way that we have been going mentally, or the way that we have been, you know, asserting ourselves, just needs to come down. The Tower moment doesn't have to just be talking about the 3D forms. It can be talking about the breakdown within our own patterns. Okay? With what in ourselves has to change. Okay? The Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands. This is the acknowledgement. And when this is how you are loving others, it's almost as though I feel like I almost feel like this Queen of Wands and this Page of Swords are just like how you see others almost, you know, and this excitement, like this celebration towards who these people are to you. But the Five of Swords upright is, I mean, it's talking about, you know, people not always being very nice. The situation itself having some toxic karma to it. Okay, something that's like somebody's feeding you bullshit. You know, maybe it's just, maybe it is a toxic relationship, for sure. It's almost as though I feel like you put a lot of really good stuff into it. And then people maybe don't necessarily see that, right? And it hurts. You know, it kind of crumbles you, right? It does. You see, what needed to change within this was the Chariot, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. The Chariot is talking about movement. The Chariot is talking about divine movement. It's talking about acknowledging the fact that the way that you have been going is not the way that you want to go anymore. And that Spirit is here to align you to a different path. Okay? This whole Chariot is literally moving your life in a different path now. The Seven of Wands here, look at this. See this? This is movement into embracing yourself here. This is movement into blocking out the haters, blocking out the negativity, whatever that is in your life. Okay? Whatever this negative energy is, whatever, you know, whether it's people feeding you fears, whether it's people, you know, shutting you down and making you feel like you are anything but worthy, but beautiful in yourself. This is a change. This is what this is what needs to be changed. You must acknowledge that your self-worth and your light, your self-love, it comes first now. This is the movement towards this. It's stop putting other people before you. So much so that you neglect taking care of yourself. Okay? You keep trapping yourself, right? You can remain trapped here. Remain trapped in this mirror, in this reflection. Because when you don't acknowledge the light that's within you, when you don't acknowledge your power that is within you, you do trap yourself. You put yourself in the victim role. Okay? That has to change. You have to acknowledge you're not the reflection. You're her. You have the choice to remove yourself from feeling bound and chained and as though no one is respecting you. Do not allow others to trap you in this mirror. Set your boundaries, right? Put yourself in this globe. Shine your light, Scorpios. Okay? Do not allow people to trap you, to leave you in the cold. Don't allow yourself to feel the despair of being left out, unloved, okay? Look, the moonlight is over here, and the moonlight is showing you that the key is here, and that keyhole is here, and you have both on your side of the fence. Embrace it, okay? No matter what this attachment is, the energy here that's coming forward from August is you have the power within your hands to change this for what it needs to be. So open yourself up to it so that it has that opportunity to be that. Okay? Wow. That's pretty cool, Scorpios. What a beautiful message. All right, we're going to pull 3 cards for just guidance going forward into this month. Maybe an angel card or an untethered maybe to finish it off. I'm not sure. Going forward, Spirit. 3 cards going forward into August. What do you want the Scorpios to know? What do you want the Scorpios to The Sun, the Emperor, and the Queen of Water. And the 9 of Water on the bottom of the deck here. Followed by the 8 of Water, actually. And then the 7 of Water. Wow. And then the Wheel of Fortune. There's fulfillment in front of you. Okay? There is. There's hope, there's peace, there's new life, there's abundance, okay? There's happiness. You must choose that kind of life. You must be the emperor of your life. If you are attached to things and negativity is in your connection, whatever that is, whatever that relationship is, and you are trapped and you are not moving forward, then you need to be the emperor here. If you want the sun, you must choose the sun. And you must take the steps to choose the sun. And the Queen of Water behind that. This is your divine feminine power, girls, guys and girls. She's a very high priestess, but she's one who just trusts it. She sits with spirit and she just knows. Deep within her soul, she knows the way to go forward. You know what needs to be done here, you see? And what needs to be done will fulfill you on a personal level. It's finding that fulfillment for yourself. It's finding that place of emotional strength for you, not for anybody else. Because until you yourself are full, Scorpios, you will never feel as though you can fill anybody else. You will always feel as though you are not enough. And you must acknowledge that you yourself are whole, are beautiful, are solid within yourself. That self-love is a big one this month, guys. Very much so. All right, we're going to pull an angel card, I think. For the Scorpios, angels, we might as well. Let us see. I always do that. I always try to jam my hands up because it doesn't work very well. All right. Angels, one more. Yes, you're right. One more. Oh my goodness. One more, but you make it so challenging. Angels, last message for the Scorpios here. What is the message here for the Scorpios? Counselor, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. And compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Counselor and compassion, guys. Well, Scorpios, that was a beautiful reading. Okay. I hope that you find August to be a month of great self-empowerment. I hope that you can acknowledge that this life that is for you is so beautiful. You must just see your way through it. Release your fears and your negativity to this. Understand that you really have worked your way through this cycle. All right, Scorpios, until mid-month, I will see you later. Take care. Bye now. Hi Pisces, welcome to your August reading. Let's get into it. So we are starting with the Energy Oracle deck. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. So the Energy Oracle deck, we're just going to be pulling the energies of coming out of July, the energies of the change that's coming from July. You know, July was such a big month. Like there was just so much. I find that there was a lot of clarity, but that there was literally a lot of like self-reflection. So let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. 2 more shuffles here. Last one. The energy of the Pisces. Energy for Pisces coming from July. Wow, 3. You guys haven't gotten that at all. Look at this. A woman holding her heart on the bottom. And the second chakra, no shit. Well, Pisces, you had a woman holding her heart on the bottom here. and your second chakra. All very much in reverse. That's funny. I think that was the Cancers too. The energy that you pulled here was the indecision, the healer of ages, and the thinking man. Look at that. You guys also are the only ones who pulled multiples here. Indecision, healer of ages, thinking man. A woman holding her heart in reverse on the bottom, and your second chakra in reverse on the bottom. How has the Pisces embraced the change? How has Pisces embraced the clarity of this change? How has Pisces spirit embraced the clarity of the change? How has Pisces embraced the clarity of the change? How has Pisces embraced? Oh, seriously? Not that many. Sorry. No, one or two. Okay. We'll be fine. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. Wow, that's pretty cool. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, and conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. That's kind of neat, especially because we just had all of those eclipses, right? Like, okay, this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Still needs to be done here to finish this healing. From whatever this awareness was to you individually, personally there, Pisces. And I don't say that enough, but I mean, you have to take every reading you watch into your own, like, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Take what fits. Don't try to fit it if it doesn't, but, you know. All right, what still needs to be done here to finish out or complete this healing? From July here, going forward into August, Spirit, what still needs to be done to complete? Take the lead, the Stag Spirit. Well, that's interesting. And the Whale Spirit on the bottom, trust the great mystery. What is left to change here? Pisces, for the Pisces. What is left to change here for the Pisces? Spirit, what is left to change here for the Pisces? Oh, geez. What is left to change here for the Pisces? Guys, what is with this? Nobody else has pulled so many multiple cards. You guys pulled multiple cards on everything. What is left to change? Autumn, release the old and rest. And the White Witch, be the light. And the Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information is on the bottom of that. Well, isn't that cool? All right, Pisces, let's get into this because this is quite interesting, really. All right. Indecision, healer of ages, and the thinking man. Energy of July's change. Something in July very much shook you guys. Almost as though it was almost really hard to love yourself. To love your creativity, to love your passion, to love your fire, you know? You're envious. Envious, and then a man holding his heart in reverse too here. Huh. Isn't that interesting, Pisces? This could be a situation of somebody having to do with somebody. It doesn't necessarily need to be romantic, but having to do somebody with something of a masculine nature here. And almost that your lack of self-love, it's either envious or just being like, I could have had more, you know? It could have been different. Had this guy been upright? You know what I mean? It's almost as though I kind of am getting the feeling like rest and rejuvenation was behind that. And then the temple path in reverse. Holy smokes. I feel almost as though there was just this indecision and then the healer of ages. I feel like there was a lot of healing, maybe a lot of clarity that kind of came through. And I think with some of this clarity, it was just really heavy on your heart. You know, it was really heavy. The more clear it became, it was really heavy to see how maybe your self-worth or your self-love or your fire could really burn through this, you know, could work its way through this, right? And it was that indecision to like, is there something higher that is going to almost even like reverse what has been done? You know, take that woman holding her heart in reverse and take that second chakra in reverse and be able to work out that blockages, you know? Okay. I think there's just been a lot of, especially when this thinking man kind of came after these ones, you know, it was the indecision that, okay, how does the divine almost fit into my life? How does this healing actually take place? You know, heartbroken, unable to see my worth. How does this healer of ages, this divine, whatever it is to you, how does that work? Okay, it's almost like you could see yourself as this crystal. You know, you could focus on whatever situation it was, whether it's you individually or it's this crystal to you is something that you hold very dear. You know, and there's these archways of new beginnings in the back, and it's almost, I'm really feeling like that energy was like, somehow something came into your hands, and the healer of ages or spirit or whatever, again, whatever that is to you, it was almost like they kind of gave you this polished new outlook here, right? And you were just really focused, trying to figure out, okay, I want this healing, but I'm really not sure how it works. And that focus on it, that focus on, okay, well, maybe if I just focus really hard on this crystal, maybe I can discover which path, which journey, which doorway to go through next. How you embraced the clarity of this change. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, and conclusions are within reach, which is the full moon eclipse. The full moon in Taurus is talking about acknowledging that, you know, where you are now and where you want to be aren't maybe necessarily, you know, the same spot, obviously, but in order to get to where you want to be, it's good to make a list. It's good to make a list of things that, you know, you need to take the actions for. It's not just wishing on the stars and, you know, praying that it all is just going to fall into place. It's aligning yourself to, yes, this is the way that I want to go, but I'm going to make these steps to do it. Okay? Conclusions are within reach. And then the full moon in Virgo on the bottom of that. Look at that. You are good enough. Absolutely. And you and your loved ones are safe behind that one. Wow. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. I'll be back here. New moon eclipse. How about full moon eclipse? Sweet. Full moon eclipse. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you pulled this card, it suggests that you are asking about. It suggests that the situation you are asking about is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you are letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time. As hard as it might be, forgive someone for what they did. Sorry, oh my goodness. Forgiving someone for what they did could be the key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. That which is meant for me will not pass. Conclusions are within reach, guys. Okay? You are good enough, my Pisces. You are beautiful. Take the lead. Look at this. Okay? What still needs to be done to finish out or complete this healing? You must take the lead on this. Trust the great mystery. Whales are so in tune with just how life has been. They have been here for forever. Okay? They just trust in the way of life. They trust in allowing themselves to just heal and release and move on. This healing and this process, this clarity that has come from this, it's in your hands. Take this lead. Take it to where you want to go. Look at that. The canary is underneath the whale. And it says sing your own song, right? Don't be caged by other people, my beautiful friends. Stag spirit, where are you? Hey. Whether or not you have set your intentions to lead, you may found yourself suddenly called up to step to the forefront of your line. Stag spirit is a reminder that now is the time to heed the call to be sure, strong, and compassionate. Others will look to you, and you have it within you to see through the eyes of the stag spirit and walk with confidence as you take on the responsibilities that are yours now and model integrity in all you do and in all of your relationships. Be willing to see the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that the Spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others so they may grow and discover their best selves too. What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. Well, that's beautiful. What is left to change here? Release the old and rest. Autumn. And the White Witch. Be the light. Okay? Shine your way for all to see. Be open to healing information. At the bottom here. Be open to healing information. All right, Pisces. Let's get into the tarot. So we are pulling two different piles. One pile is going to be for how you are loving yourself, and the other pile is going to be for how you are loving others. And then what needs to change within both of those piles. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Spirit. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. How are they loving themselves? How are the Pisces loving themselves here? That's a lot. Okay, well, I can work. We can work with that. That's a beautiful lineup. What must change? What must change within how these Pisces are loving themselves, Spirit? Page of Wands. Accept that new beautiful you there, Pisces. Look at that. Ace of Cups. Absolutely. Oh, yes. Lots of cards. Seven of Wands and Judgment. Wow. How are the Pisces loving others? How are Pisces loving others, Spirit? Six of Cups. Seven of Swords. Eight of Wands. Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. What must change here for them? What must change? The Star, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Well, Pisces. Oh, look at that. The Ten of Cups is on the bottom. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. And the Six of Swords behind that. Yeah. Two of Cups, Nine of Wands. Justice. King of Cups. Wow. Some of you might be dealing with the Libra. There's love. There's fulfillment here for you and your family, for those, and maybe not necessarily like for the family you choose to build, okay, for the family you choose to create. There's an opportunity here. There's definitely something, some sort of newness here okay? Some sort of situation that is coming in that is for you, and that is out of love. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic kind of love for that, but it is definitely a relationship in which you are just going to feel that spark, okay, that excitement. How you're loving yourself was the Hierophant, the Tower, the Chariot, and the Knight of Pentacles. And I love that. Wow, is that not beautiful? The Hierophant is the acknowledgement to a higher. The Hierophant almost, I have another deck actually. It's a deck that I got for my own personal use. It was given to me by a friend this week. And the Hierophant was in that deck is called the Luminaire. And I love it because the depiction in that card was the Fool from the deck. It was a picture of the Fool and then this Hierophant. And the Hierophant was kind of showing him like a way forward that, you know, it's not always going to be easy, and the path ahead is not going to be easy by any means. But there's connection there. There's this faith and this trust that there is a higher power who is ultimately looking out for you. And yes, not all the situations in life are fun and enjoyable. I acknowledge that. But what is for you is there to really align you to the path and the destiny that you have, that ultimately your soul signed up for long before you arrived on this earth. The Tower here, okay, it's this crumbling. And whether this is a relationship or whether this is, you know, whatever this kind of tower moment is to you, this is destruction. This is something coming down. But this can be your own personal mindset. This can be the way of thinking and now acknowledging that, no, that's not how I'm doing this anymore. The way that I have been thinking, the thought patterns that I have been thinking, I'm changing that. Okay, I know that this woman and this second chakra in reverse are not how I want, and that needs to crumble. Okay, this needs to be addressed. This needs to be addressed. This kind of negativity needs to be addressed so that you can work through that, so that you can align yourself with this Hierophant, this clarity, this direction, okay, this ascension up into like a new higher path, okay? The Chariot was behind this. This is a divine kind of movement, okay? This aligns you to something in which your soul is being called to do. It's moving the whole ship into a new direction. It's changing your life from how it's been to where you want to go from. This is a big one, okay? I get it. Sometimes connecting to a higher, sometimes connecting to the Hierophant or the Healer of Ages, connecting to a higher source in general can be terrifying. It can be a big one. It can be a very shameful thing to kind of come forward and be like, okay, so I've sinned a lot, you know, and however that falls into whatever kind of religion, not even religion, you know, it's not even about religion. It's about never mind. It's about your spiritual connection. Right? You don't need to have a religion behind it to have a spiritual connection to the Lord. Okay, you don't. The Knight of Pentacles is saying, yeah, you're not there yet. And it's something that's going to take time to build. It's something that you must plant the pentacles of self-love here every day. Okay? Plant those pentacles as you go. Work hard. Plant the self-love seeds. This change in this direction, this acknowledgement that spirit just loves the frickin' shit out of you, is ready to heal the pains and this heartbreak and whatever this indecision is, okay? Whatever this lack of self-worth is, whatever this emotional well-being instability is, this second chakra, this creativity, this fire of your soul, whatever this is, there is a need here within this self-love to acknowledge that it's just time to change that. It's time to just let that shit fall. No more. Connect yourself to the higher here so that you can see the way forward, so you can see the changes that need to happen. And then once you see that path, once you see and realign yourself there, then keep working hard at it. Keep planting the pentacles. Okay, this is a new beginning. This is what must change. Accept and acknowledge that this is a brand new stage. What has been is no longer. That is the past, and it can stay right where it is, right? You heal what needs to be healed, and then we move forward. And the Page of Wands is saying, you are at a new beginning space here, Pisces. This is new for you. So embrace it as the new beautiful spiritual being you are. Who you was does not affect, not that who you were doesn't, bring you to where you are now. Okay? But people grow, people change. New beginnings happen, and that's what the Page of Wands is saying. Look at the circle here. Okay? Yes, okay, she's done it. And by the looks of it, she's done it a couple times, right? But she's here now, and she is just so thankful that she can start again. She's accepting the offer here. She's accepting the cup that is being given to her. And that Spirit's cup saying, there is always, always healing. There is always forgiveness. What has been is not for you, and here's your new cup forward. Here's your opportunity to accept this cup and to just fill your heart. Fill yourself with self-love. Allow Spirit to fill you with love. When you can acknowledge that Spirit loves the shit out of you, it's much easier to acknowledge how beautiful you are and how important it is to love yourself. Accept this cup that is coming to you. Accept this fulfillment. The Seven of Wands, let your little light shine. This just keeps coming out because this is so important in everybody's state right now. Fuck the haters. Look at this shit down here, okay? And I'm not saying that lightly. Literally, Pisces, fuck the haters. Who gives two shits? Their bullshit is nothing compared to the beautiful light that you and Spirit can create in your peace. Okay? It's not. This girl is solid. She knows who she is. She lets her light shine because who she is authentically is exactly who Spirit wanted her to be. That was what she was made to be. So let that light shine. The more true and authentic you are to yourself, the more the Lord is like, hallelujah, kids, shine bright. This is why I made you this way, right? You weren't made to fit in, so shine. Goodness, when we would all just acknowledge and realize none of us were made to just fit in a form. We were all made to be so unique. Look at all of the colors in this world. If it was just meant to everybody be the same, it would all be black and white. But it's not. Like this world, there is just so much color. Look at this. The last card in that lineup was Judgment. It's the releasing. It's the acknowledgement that you are yourself. You were made this way. So release the limitations that society has set on you. Society, your family, relationships, past. I don't give two shits what it is, but release it. Because those things don't define you. Okay? Your love for yourself defines you. Your connection to a higher ultimately defines the kind of being that you will show up to be every day. How you are loving others. Well, let's get into this one, because that was pretty cool. How you're loving others, Six of Cups. Okay? Reflection. This can also be talking about, the Six of Cups has that twin flame kind of thing to it. For some of you, this could be very much a romantic relationship that you're referring this back to. And in which case, for some of you, it could very much be a twin flame kind of deal. For some of you, it could be a twin flame kind of deal that is maybe even struggling in that twin flame ideal. We're going to get away from that, and we're going to go back to the rest of us here. The Six of Cups is the reflection. Okay? Look at this. For some of you, this kind of broken heart and that second chakra that is blocked. For some of you, this emotional kind of imbalance and this emotional kind of state could come from some sort of childhood trauma or childhood situation, right? And sometimes it takes us literally going back and really doing a lot of that root chakra and sacral chakra and solar plex chakra kind of healing and cleansing. Because there's oftentimes a lot of things that we do carry forward from that. And the Six of Cups to me is a reflective card. It's acknowledging a kind of what has been from this childhood stage to where you are now. Okay? And maybe the way that you are loving others greatly reflects this kind of process and how this looked in your world. It might not have looked very nice. There might have been a lot of negativity, a lot of bullshit, a lot of people just doing you wrong, really. But look at here. See this crow? This crow identifies as spirit here. And see how this man is stealing all of these feathers? Because no matter what has been done to you, it has been done to the Lord. Okay? No matter what kind of negativity or harsh things or awful things happen to you, it was still done to the Lord. He's seen it all. And yes, it was painful and it was heartbreaking and probably for some of you very traumatic. Okay? But the Lord's seen that. Look at the moonlight. Okay? Spirit seen that. You were never alone, even in those darkest moments. Okay? Those horrible people that stole your feathers, stole your innocence, stole your light, stole your purity, stole your love, whatever that is. Okay? They stole it from spirit. Okay? Ultimately, they stole that love from spirit. You are a child of God. And ultimately, that negativity and that harshness, whatever that was taken, and Spirit's seen it. Spirit and Spirit acknowledges that kind of dark place. The Eight of Wands is behind that, you know? This is not the time to hold fast to this kind of Seven of Swords anymore. Okay? And maybe you are feeling that you are still stuck in this Seven of Swords stage where, you know, people have just taken from you for so long that it's just been so hard for you just to release that and let that go. You can't see past the deceit. Okay? You can't see past the lies of other people. You can't see past their bullshit. And maybe it's because those people still keep affecting you. Maybe it's because somehow that negative energy is still in your space. But the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands behind that is saying, yeah, there's change. And there's positive change coming here. There is a spark of light that comes literally from Spirit. Okay, this isn't something that you set in motion. This is something that the universe sets in motion. Okay? And it's gonna be good. Because the Four of Wands follows that. And then the Queen of Pentacles. There's happiness and celebration, weddings, engagements, okay? There's acknowledgement that you here are grounded, that you here are the Mother of Earth, okay? On how you're loving others, I just feel like there's just this whole like deep reflection, you know, deep reflection on what has been, the negative energies that what has been, and just almost that spark from Spirit to be like, and no more. Okay, we're shattering that hold here. And as you go forward, F the rest of them, right? Like, look here, these clouds, I don't know if you can see, they almost look like kind of like a beautiful thunderstorm sparking in the back. And I almost feel like this Eight of Wands is back here. And this is Spirit just being like, to this shit. Okay? Spirit just set an atomic bomb on whatever that negativity is. And just freed you, you know, brought fulfillment, brought freedom, brought happiness, brought joy. And grounding. Okay? And grounding. The Queen of Pentacles is grounded. She is a Mother of Earth for the reason that she is just so connected to the earth around her. To her 3D presence in this realm. What needs to change here was the Star, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Trust Spirit here, guys. Okay? Allow Spirit to show you the blessings that you have. Allow Spirit to really just bring what needs to be. There was just a beautiful moth that just flew by here, so surrender, guys. Yeah, there's a beautiful little white moth over there. Okay? Allow Spirit to just hear your prayers. Acknowledge that there's still work to be done, okay? There are still, yes, okay, you've put in a lot of work. A lot of cycles have happened, but this is a new beginning. And the way forward here is something that you must look at with a new positive outlook. Something with love, something with passion, okay? Don't be cold. Be open. Be open to the new love. That doesn't mean you need to love and forget the shady people that have done shitty things to you, okay? But it means that for yourself, you must start here. You must love yourself so you can love others, right? Don't give up yet there, my little Pisces friends. Don't give up. Work on that self-healing. Acknowledge it, just accept it, just accept that self-healing is really, and it's not something that you can accept once and then just expect that, okay, well, that's that. I accepted that and now I'm going to feel great. No, you have to accept it every day, even on the tough days. Except that I don't feel it today. And Spirit's like, that's okay. I still love you. You don't have to feel it every day. Change. What's going forward here? What do the Pisces need to know about going into August? What would you like them to do? What are the steps they must take? Be yourself, guys. Knight of Wands, Knight of Fire here. Be yourself. Walk away from any sort of baggage and heartache and bullshit that is just not serving you. Okay? The transformation was on the bottom here. Allow the transformation to take place. Allow the death of what has been just to be. And go forward here, moving new, being you. Boo. Okay? Knight of Wands. Messenger of Wands. Just be yourself. Be so passionate about who you are that it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on in the rest of the world. Because your spark and your fire are lit. Because your connection to a higher supports that. Let go of the negativity. Okay? Walk away from it. It's not for you, okay? Whatever that kind of negative bullshit energy is here, that negativity that's keeping you from embracing your self-love, it's time just to let that stuff be. Okay? Put up your boundaries. What has been, has been. Now it's time to start anew with the Page of Water again. That's the second time. Page of Cups again. You must embrace this with new love and new passion. Okay? Be excited to be here. Pisces, this is just so beautiful. All right. Last angel card. Angels, what would you like to say? What do you have to say here to the Pisces? What would you like to say? The angels tell you moon cycles. Wow, that's interesting. The angels tell you that moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these moon cycles. Pay attention to those moon cycles, my friends. All right, Pisces, that is it for your August reading. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, just be kind to yourself and others. All right. Bye now. Take care.